What's up, everybody? Long time no see. Little time off. We're back at it here. Tomorrow, right away, we have an event, Sunday, 2 p.m. To me, it's actually better than a mediocre football game mid-season. Sunday afternoon, Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. Now, I'm really excited to watch this fight because a lot of you guys, if you haven't been paying attention or you're not that into boxing, maybe as opposed to the UFC, I'm here to tell you that Jake Paul is 6-0, and everybody knows him as a YouTuber, or the Disney kid, whatever. But he's got talent. He's got talent. We've seen what he's been doing. Everybody, if you don't know, he started off with another reality show guy. Then he knocked out Nate Robinson. Then he graduated to Ben Askren, who can't throw a punch to save his life and had a hip replacement. But Ben Askren, he got KO'd. Then Tyron Woodley. They had a decision. Woodley wanted the rematch. And then he got KO'd by Paul. Then you got Anderson Silva, one of the greatest strikers of all time. He got sat on his ass, and then he eventually lost to Paul. Now, Tommy Fury, I got to talk about him. I watched Tommy Fury. I don't think Tommy Fury has the talent that his brother has, Tyson Fury. He throws his punches backwards, first of all. You ever see that dance that you do this? That's how Tommy Fury throws his punches. Hey, I'm going to throw it right. Hey, okay, he might, listen, I don't see everything right. I don't claim to be an expert, but I have a good feel for boxing. When he throws all his punches like this, he's got a stiff jab, a long reach, but he doesn't have Tyson Fury's coordination, rhythm. It's not the same dude. So I don't think that people should just say, oh, Fury should beat him. Yeah, he's a real boxer, but Fury's only 8-0. He's 8-0, and I looked at the combined record of his opponents, and it's like 23 or 25 and 200 and something. They were saying Jake Paul only fought MMA fighters. Tommy Fury fought an MMA fighter that got cut from the UFC, and he couldn't even KO him. He won a decision. He also fought a guy named Daniel Bochinski. The guy was 0-20 when he fought Fury. Fury didn't finish him either. So Fury, with his lack of just real talent, I don't see it really. And his resume, it's nothing to brag about compared to Paul. So I don't think there's a big difference. Now, Paul, he's got self-belief. Paul has belief. The kid is a businessman. He's turned himself into living the life of a fighter. He's disciplined. He's serious. He's confident. And he's got balls. First of all, he's got character. He's grown on me a lot. And he's got stones. He's not afraid. He's winning the mental warfare game. Watch the weigh-ins. Tommy Fury bent out of shape, ready to go on the stage. And Jake Paul just gets him at everything, every little instance. The press conference yesterday was great. Jake Paul he said to him, he pulled the Woodley thing. He said, Tommy, how about if you win, I'll give you double what I was going to pay you. If I win, I won't get paid, or something like that. Tommy Fury hesitated, and he didn't say yeah. And then his dad was like, we'll take it. So Fury, I don't know, man. I see his dad's doing all the talking for him. I'm not a big fan of that. The self-belief, I believe it's in Paul's favor. Tommy Fury's got a lot of pressure on him. The father said he won't disgrace his brother, the great champion Tyson Fury. If he loses, he's not allowed to come home. I know they're trying to pump up and get this kid ready, but that doesn't always work on everybody. Tommy Fury has a ton of pressure on him. He doesn't have knockout power. He's a big he looks like a bodybuilder, but his look is better than his skill. So I'm giving all the edges to Jake Paul. I know he's a slight favorite on the betting line. He's going to have to be taken serious now. A loss for Paul, they were trying to say, well, then he'd have to go back to a YouTuber. Everybody, this is the society we live in today. Everybody always wants to put you in a category. Let's divide people by race. Let's divide people by this. Oh, he's not a real fighter. Listen, he's a real fighter. He's getting in there tomorrow with Tommy Fury, another pro fighter. And I think a loss for Fury is way worse. If Paul loses, he could keep going. And it's the way you lose. If Tommy Fury ever gets knocked out by Jake Paul, That's a huge, huge embarrassment and loss for him. And they're making it too much of a thing. I believe it's not even really an embarrassment because I think Paul's good. Now, watch for this tomorrow. Tommy Fury, very susceptible to the right hand coming this way, over the top. Jake Paul, one punch KO power in the right hand. It's, Jake Paul, you ever see his head? It's 3 times bigger than Fury's. Fury's big body, little head. I have a real strong feeling that Jake Paul is going to take it to Tommy Fury. I think Fury's trying too hard on the stage, trying to talk. Everything is boiling up on this kid. So I'm going to order it. I'm going to be doing the Sunday chill day, probably be recovering. So I'm going to go live for that one. Sunday, 2 o'clock from Abu Dhabi. It's going to be a fun fight. And you guys know I love calling the fights. So I think as long as everything works with my setup out here, I'll be going live tomorrow. So I'm Nooch, Neighborhood Picks. Like, subscribe. We're over the 700 now. By football season, we'll be monetized. Maybe hopefully before, but spread the word, like, share. And Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury tomorrow. Neighborhood Picks.